Hey, welcome to our channel, FTC Creative. Today we're going to be talking about our most asked question. What is Jesmonite? So Jesmonite is a brand name, and there are many different products that fall underneath that brand name. The two we're going to talk about specifically are AC100 and AC730. Before we dive in, I just kind of give you a brief history of the product. People think it's brand new, but it's just brand new to the US. It gained a lot of popularity during COVID, but the product is actually over 40 years old. It started out in the UK as an industrial product, and then the crafters got a hold of it. They loved their fast-setting, eco-friendly properties and environmentally friendly properties, and it has quickly taken over the craft world. So what can you make with AC100? You can make all kinds of things with AC100. You can make small trinket trays, you can make large tabletops like this one, you can make beautiful architectural elements for an interior. It's such a universal product. We call it the chameleon product because it can genuinely mimic the texture of anything. People also love it because of the incredible detail that you can achieve with this product. If you could see this little acorn, you could see all these fine little fissures and the fine little detail in the top of the acorn. It is also a very fine material, so you can get a very fine, smooth texture. This is fresh out of the mold. You can see that shine. This is unsealed. You can also color it in a variety of colors. We have our liquid pigments and our powder pigments. You can get these really nice, vibrant colors. As mentioned before, the eco-friendly properties is something that everybody really loves about the product. Water-based, solvent-free, VOC-free. We also really like the fact that you can make almost anything and have zero waste. So here is an example of our terrazzo, along with these back here. And this is all just leftover product after we have made our mix. Lay it out or scoop it around the inside of our, jar and wait for it to dry. And then we collect the terrazzo and then we use it into various products. You can also paint the Jesmonite. This particular tray didn't quite come out in the color we liked. Here is the back. You can see the color. We were not in love with this. So we just simply painted it with an acrylic paint and then sealed right over it. Cutie. Whenever people reach out and they say, hey, where do I start with Jesmonite? We always recommend the AC100. This product is very user-friendly. It has a 5 to 10 minute working time and then a 20 to 40 minute setting and demold time. So start to finish, you can have a pretty amazing project in under an hour. AC100 has several ancillaries that go along with it. There is a retarder that will slow the curing process. So if you want to increase that working time, you can add a little bit of retarder to it. There is also a product called Thixotrope that you can add to it that will thicken the product. So if you're doing a mold, say for example, like this table, and you need it to kind of adhere to those sides and not slump down, that's when you would add this Thixotrope. You can add other aggregates to the Jesmonite. You can make terrazzo like you've seen. You can add glass. You can add crushed up shells, all kinds of aggregates. Once you demold it, you let it run under some water, give it a quick sand, and you should be good to go. After you take your product out of the mold, I would go ahead and wait 24 hours before you start to use it, just to give it a little more time to fully cure. At that point, if you want to add a little bit of extra protection, I would go ahead and seal it using one of our Jesmonite sealers. We have an acrylic gloss sealer and an acrylic matte sealer. Those are highly recommended if the product is going to be coming into contact with water. So for something like a coaster or maybe a tray near a sink, something like that. But it is also beautiful and ready to go. It's right out of the mold. The other product I want to talk about is the AC730. So just for clarification, AC100 and AC730 are totally different products. AC100 is an eco-resin, AC730 is a micro-concrete. For projects that you're going to use outside or in a more heavy-duty setting, we recommend using AC730. We cast this garden stone from AC730 in the silver gray granite color. We also cast the same bowl in the silver gray granite color. This is an acid etch and this is unetched. You can see that the AC730 is a very fine product as well. It is also a chameleon product because it can mimic the surface of anything. This is straight out of the mold, and you can see this gorgeous shine and how smooth it is. This we acid etched just in white vinegar for about 20 to 40 minutes. We hit it with a nylon brush under some water, and you're left with this beautiful exposure of the aggregate underneath that gives a lovely sparkle and a lovely texture. AC730 comes in 11 standard colors. In large batch, you can also have a completely bespoke color made. Both products can also be glass reinforced. This, for example, has glass reinforcement, which then allows it to have a little more rigidity and stand up to actual wear and tear. What we did is we did a gel coat, and then we put in a layer of glass reinforced AC730, and then we did another coating on top of that. It gives it a little more flexibility and keeps it from cracking. AC730 also has a couple of ancillaries that go along with it. There is a super plasticizer, and the purpose of the plasticizer is to thin out the product. AC730 is a 5-to-1 ratio, so it's already inherently a little bit thicker and kind of harder to pour. So if you add the plasticizer, especially when you're making something smaller and thinner, such as this, you would want it to have that pourability to it. It also helps give it a little less viscosity so that you can easily remove the air bubbles. It has a working time of about 10 minutes or so, but the actual curing time is about 4 hours. If you have a specific project and are unsure of which item to use and which item would be best for your particular project, please reach out to us. We would love to give you our advice. In addition to the other products that we have here, there are ones that are very specific for different needs, such as water features or long expanses of a thinly poured product, and we are here to help you and guide you along the way. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments, and if you want more Jesmonite related content, make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks.